Welcome back to episode number 47 of our Tranmere Rovers Road to Glory career mode, as we are now into the January transfer window, and we will try and strengthen today. We will try and bring in one, maybe two signings. Burnley to begin with. The first round of the FA Cup, we've got Aston Villa, Leicester City, Manchester City, and Arsenal in the league. So games against Villa, City, and Arsenal, as always, will be tough for us in the Premier League. It's been a struggle all season. We started the season quite well, but in the last 10 games or so, we have been deep into it, in and out of those relegation places. But Burnley up next, let's get into it. You know, as much as we've had a good run of results in the Carabao Cup this season, we would like to do exactly the same in the FA Cup. You know, this is the more recognised competition in the board's perspective anyway, judging by the objectives of the season. Getting to the round of 16 of the FA Cup, it's going to be, of course, difficult, because the teams in the FA Cup that take this competition a lot more serious compared to the Carabao Cup. So in that sense, it will be difficult for us. Hannibal Mejbri playing from the left-hand side of the midfield three, attacking midfield three rather, in this game. Oh, big chance here. Foster surely in the back of the net, but Buckley makes a big save there. Going back to Mejbri, he's more of a number 10, isn't he? Unless Burnley are playing more of a attacking midfield three rather than two wide players and a number 10, it could be that they're playing more of an attacking midfield three. What a chance there from Foster. Two big chances in this game for the Burnley striker, but not converted. I mean, it's only a matter of time before the home side put themselves in front. Vetro has been causing us a lot of trouble from that left-hand side in this game. This time, though, Maxim Dekar steps in with an excellent tackle there out wide to Mulligan. There's space inside again to Charlie Webster. Let's try and build up from the middle here. Charlie Savage, I should have said that time, but Charlie Webster in possession, a little bit of a reverse pass, and there is Adamson. Adamson tries to go for the far corner. Oh, it's fascinating going from the first half to second half, how, you know, in terms of the picture completely changes. The weather conditions completely changes as well. That's one of the things. Kumetio there stepping in excellently. That's one of the things I actually do like about this year's game, that the weather condition changes during game. Come on, we've got to build up much better in this game. We have struggled in the first half. It was all Burnley creating all the chances. The second half, though, we have been more solid defensively. Adamson skips his way past the defense. He always seems to turn up in a cup competition for us. He gets a rare start for us this season. And of course, if he gets an opportunity to score, he rarely tends to let you down. Good finish. Oh, I tell you what, we don't deserve to be winning this game going into the final couple of games, because Burnley have had some big chances, especially in that first half. Vetro goes for the cross. He's been by far the Burnley's best player in this game. Oh my God, no way. Oh, he's offside. And that's the end of the game. We always give them an opportunity there just before the end of the game to get themselves back into it. But luckily for us, he was offside. But it's a 1-0 victory. We will progress to the next rounds of this competition. Come on. I mean, what is good about this game is it wasn't our best performance, but yet we did the job to win the game. So without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and bring in our first signing of the January transfer window. Before we do, though, we have got a £7.8 million offer here from Southampton for Lauritsen. Bro, I'm going to reject this one. Southampton, of course, relegation rival this season. We do not want to strengthen Southampton for them to stay up this season, which might mean ourselves getting relegated. So, I mean, we rejected the offer for Humphreys, but for a different reason. Humphreys, we did not want to sell to a team below us in terms of the league, so we didn't sell to Sheffield United. But let's go on and bring our first signing then. It will be a centre midfielder, Justin Devaney. Remember him? A couple of seasons ago, we actually searched for him and tried to sign him on loan, but we couldn't do that at the time because of his wages. But we are a Premier League team now. He's still got ridiculous wages, but if we can pay 40% of that that will be good for us. I'm not sure whether Crystal Palace would loan, but given that he's the fourth or fifth choice centre midfielder for them, it would suggest that probably would want to think about loaning him out. We've also got Sukhanov. Again, all these players here, they've got good physical and technical qualities. Like Leandro Tavares as well, who's a region playing at Nacional right now in the Portuguese league. Again, he looks good. I mean, in terms of his physical and technical attributes, he's probably the best player in the shortlist here, but he's 76 rated and £10 million. As per the Road to Glory rules, we cannot sign a player better than 75 rated in our first season. Again, Pedro Bravo looks good. Said the Mayor would have been, to be fair, my preferred option if we had the funds to do so. I actually think what we're looking for in that centre midfield position, someone who is really good on the ball. It seems like the best quality there that we could have gone for. I think it's just slightly better than Sukhanov in terms of his technical. 97 finishing though for Sukhanov. That is insane. Devaney as well have got 92 finishing. How are these centre midfielders coming up with the finishing ability of a striker? But anyway, we're going to try and do the deal here for Justin Devaney. Let's try a loan. Probably will be a loan to buy if at the end of the season he agrees to reduce that wages drastically. We would end up going for him then. It's going to be a loan to buy, not a straight loan. I'm happy to do a loan to buy suggested by the scouts. We can actually sign him at the end of the season if we can agree something reasonable here with Crystal Palace. It will be a short-term loan until the end of the season. Now, I do want to pay just 40% of his wages, which is just over 20k. Okay, Crystal Palace have accepted that. His market value right now, I believe, it's about £5 million. So I don't think he's got much growth in him at 25 rated, but we are 75 rated rather. But we will offer exactly his market value here and see what Palace says. Just over his market value they're looking for. This could actually be a bargain. I'll give that a go again for £5 million and see what they say. They will accept the deal. We've got a player on loan who will be a massive part for us until the end of the season. And at the end of the season, if he agrees to reduce those wages drastically, we can make the signing permanent. That is a good deal for us. So we might find out just before the Aston Villa game whether Justin Devaney would want to join us until the end of the season with a view of making that loan permanent. But for now, we have got a few players whose contracts are ending at the end of the season. Cameron Norman and Patrick, they're both retiring at the end of the season. And Buckley is only 20 years of age, so there's no rush just yet because he cannot sign on a pre-contract agreement anyway. So we might do that one just before the end of the season. Reece Williams still not accepting a squad rotation role. He's still wanting an important role, which means we will not be able to do anything for now. But the likes of Josh Mulligan, I believe we can get a deal sorted out for him. I don't want to allow him to go on a free for a player worth £1.3 million. How broke we are right now. Every little bit of money would help. The plan is not to sell him in this window anyway. Otherwise, we would have tried to sell him. He's got 6 months or 5 months left on his contract, so that would not be possible to sell him. But I want to keep him until the end of the season. The problem though is it's the wages. He's on 6k a week right now. If we go over to the wages column, you have got we have got to keep in line with this wage structure, really. The fact that if you look at Goodwin, for example, 73 rated, he's on 14k a week, and he's happy with that contract as well. You've got the likes of Humphreys, who's on 13k, Adamson, who is 69 rated, is on 10k. So we will be looking to give him a wage between 10 to 12k. So he's got to accept that, otherwise we might not be able to get this one done, and in that case, he can leave on a free then. But let's see what we can do. And this is the problem here, 20k in wages. We know it's not going to work. It's absolutely not going to work. We will try our luck though, of course. We will always try to come to a compromise with these players. I'll go 12k a week, which is the maximum that I said I would go. In terms of the signing on bonus, I don't mind inflating that up to even 500k. And for appearance bonus, if he makes 20 appearances for us this season, I don't mind giving him about 300k there. But that wage is got to be 12k. He's still asking for the 20k. It's not going to work. We're going to end the negotiation there. If a team comes in for him, he can leave on a free with my blessings at the end of the season. Here we go. Justin Davini arrives for his medical. The deal is almost completed on a loan deal until the end of the season, and we have the option to making that loan permanent as well for £5 million, 25 years of age, 75 rated, an excellent centre midfielder, and with that finishing ability, he probably would be able to play anywhere across the forward three as well. There will be a lot of game time for him from now to the end of the season. The question though is, can we make that deal permanent at the end of this season? You can clearly see why we refused to do that Lauritsen deal with Southampton. We are a point above them right now going into this game against Villa. We've got 19 points, Southampton are on 18 points, and we're just outside the relegation places right now. So it makes no sense strengthening a relegation rival. But let's go into the game against Aston Villa here. We won 1-0 against them in the reverse fixture. Justin Davini will settle for the bench for our first game here, but at some point he will come on to replace Charlie Webster in that number 10 position, who is not looking too great in terms of his fitness levels. But come on, the Rovers. Going back to the signing of Justin Davini, one of the good things that he does for us now in the second half of the season is that the likes of Charlie Savage can get a rest, the likes of Lauritsen can get a rest, and even at the number 10 position, Webster can get a rest in certain games, and it means we don't have to rely on players like Caleb Parkin, who's still going to play games, but we don't have to rely on players like Hendry as well, who is only 65 rated. So it gives us a lot more of an option to rotate, especially in that engine room position, the centre midfield positions, which has been something that we have struggled a lot of this season. We did beat Aston Villa 1-0 in the reverse fixture, didn't we? Which is so far the only big surprise to the result this season. Other than that, oh, big save. Other than that, we have lost games that you'd expect us to lose. We have competed in games and got results in games that you would think we have got a fighting chance of doing so. But Villa was, pretty much the only anomaly. I've got to say though, ever since Kumatio has got himself back to this team, a little bit scrappy here in the first half so far, but Kumatio have been, oh my God, speak of the devil, just praising him how solid he's been for us. He's just been wide open. His care gave the touch good, a space out wide to Donnelly, waiting for a little bit of support, easy going together. We've been poor in this half so far. 27 minutes into the game, this could just be the opportunity that we need. Oh, Kegi trying to bend one to the far corner. The Villa goalkeeper made an excellent save there to keep them in it. In 42 minutes, all we have to do is hang on and take this into the second half. A couple of minutes ago, possibly a few minutes of stoppage time as well. Bearcard puts across to the far post. Hollis, the former Norwich City wide player, and the former Club Brugge man as well, I believe, and signed from Norwich to Club Brugge. He actually did quite well in the Champions League this year, scoring a few goals for Club Brugge in that competition. He's a good player, Is it Christoph Solis who scored? But big opportunity for him there to put Aston Villa in front just before the end of the first half. But we will go into the break 0-0. Oh, let's get it out. Oh, what a lovely touch from Lauritsen. If there's one player in that midfield position that you want on the ball when a team is pressing you high up the pitch, it is Lauritsen. Not quite composed there though, Arthur Stewart giving possession away. But here is Matikaj to Morgan Rogers. Beckhardt, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And of course, he's going to find the top corner there. This is the difference between the top teams and, the mid-table to lower league teams. The strikers are just much more clinical, man. What a finish that was. We will make substitutions here. Webster and Vale. Davini coming on for his debut here. I did say at some point in the second half, we will see Justin Davini come on to replace Charlie Webster in that number 10 position, who went into this game in terms of fitness level and quite short, but hopefully coming on the pitch is going to make an instant impact for us here, making his debut for his new club as well. I will try and make that signing permanent if we can, but it's going to be that 51k in wages that could end up being the sticking point between both teams. Right now, we're only paying 40% of his wages. It's all been Aston Villa here, by the way. This, I've got to say, is one of our worst performances this season. I think he's made about 8 to 10 saves already in this game, and Bergstrom in goal for us. Villa has had about 10 corners in this game, and every single corner kick situation leads to a shot and target like this. We just can't get it cleared right now. The pressure from the away side is a little bit too much. But for the first time in the second half, we've got the opportunity to spring on the break. It's gone out for a throw-in as well. What a poor performance this one. But Villa gets the 1-0 victory away from home. Unai Emery, I'm sure, would love that one, considering we got the 3 points in the reverse fixture. It was a poor performance, really, really poor. But then again, I wasn't expecting much from this game. But we will move on to the next one. Look at that, though, from Bergstrom. 12 saves he made in this game. That is just outstanding. Our man of the match for sure. He was fantastic. Not the rest of the team, though. And straight into the next one here at Prenton Park. It's against bottom side Leicester City. Oh, my goodness. Look at the height difference there between Bergstrom and Kergame. It's fascinating to see. He's just a giant, isn't he? Bergstrom in goal for us, but Leicester have only picked up 7 points this season, 1 win and 4 draws, 16 defeats in their opening 21 games. And if we've got any ambitions of staying up this season, this is a game that we have to win. One of those draws for Burnley came in the reverse fixture against us, a game where we scored quite early, for some reason gave away a penalty and allowed Leicester to get into the game and couldn't do much more. We want to get an early start here. And not just the early start, we want to sustain the pressure for as long as we can until hopefully we get a couple of goals. That is the plan anyway, but it's easier said than done. The build-up though, opening 10 minutes, it's quite good here. Dekar goes over the top to Harvey Vale. Has he managed to keep himself onside? Yes, he has. Goalkeeper makes a big save. But game into an open net. He's got an easy tap in. Gets the captain's armband today as well. In the absence of course, Charlie Webster and Arthur Stewart at the start of this one. What a start to the game, though. Just what we wanted. Get that early goal. Hopefully this time we don't give away a silly penalty and we sustain this level of consistency, performance for the entirety of the game. Justin Davini skipped past his man, Wout Faes, who has brought him down there. It's a yellow card for the centre-back of Leicester, and it's a penalty for ourselves as well. Oh, the touch there was good. I think it might just be a little bit outside the box now. So in that sense, we're quite lucky to get a penalty there. It looks just a little bit outside of the box, but we have been given a penalty. Harvey Vale is going to step up and take this one. No time for sentiments trying to give this to Richard Coney. Our best penalty taker is Harvey Vale, who goes for the top left-hand corner and converts 23 minutes into the game. And we are 2-0 up and cruising against the Foxes side that are right now struggling for a result, defeating their last 5 as well. Can we make it 6 here? Sustained. Oh, he's offside there. Surely, referee. He's got to be offside there. But Leicester managed to keep hold of possession. Long-range effort from outside the box. Bergstrom, we have come to rely on him this season, isn't he? He's got to be up there as one of our player of the season, surely. I know it's only halfway, but his consistency in goal for us have been really good this season. Come on. I like the fact that we are right now trying to take our time to build up from the back. The fact that we're 2-0 up, although big mistake there. Oh, Donnell have gone sleepy in the right back. Oh my God, we've done this for the whole of the second half to sort of kill the game slowly. But 70 minutes into the game, giving away possession there, and it's gone against us. I think that is Gil. I think, yeah, it is Gil. I don't know how you pronounce his name. The Chelsea striker that is signed from Barcelona. It's Gil, isn't it? That's how you say his name. I could be quite wrong there, though. But Bergstrom makes another save. What are we, or what would we have done without a goalkeeper like Bergstrom this season? Goes long, possession though, we couldn't keep it. 1 minute to stoppage time and 1 minute played. Referee, what are you waiting for, referee? Oh my God. He's almost allowed 3 minutes into the game here, and it's not looking good. We've got a corner to defend, and if we can just defend this corner, we will come out of this game with all 3 points. Oh, cleared off the line. Cleared off the line there. I'm not sure who that is, but whoever that is, I think that's Kumetiao or Humphreys. You have saved us 3 points there. Oh my goodness. It would have been one of those games again where we completely dominated the first half, but for some reason, almost messed it up in the second half. But what a victory for us. 2-1 victory, come on. That is such an important win against Leicester City, you know, because we have now moved to 16th in the league. I think Southampton might have won against Wolverhampton Wanderers because both teams faced each other there. Let's take a look because Southampton have gone above there. Wow, Leeds United got a 1-0 victory there against Crystal Palace as well. Southampton got a 2-0 victory against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and we are how many points? Still 2 points away from the relegation places right now. Still a lot of games to play onto the end of the season, but this is the importance of that game. Our next 3 games in the league, our next 4 games in the league, it's Manchester City, Arsenal, it is Chelsea. Actually, Chelsea game is in the FA Cup, but Manchester City, Arsenal, and Newcastle, our next 3 Premier League games. I don't know where our next win or our next point is going to come from, but it was so important that we got that win against Leicester City, you know. So we've got a couple of transfer offers here for Aaron Humphreys and, of course, Lucas Bergstrom from Genoa. £3 million. Oh my God, we're not going to sell him for that amount. Definitely not. We will reject that offer. He's our number 1, and he will continue to be so until the end of the season. At least Aaron Humphreys, a swap deal here from Saint Etienne. They're offering us Augustin Bokia, who is a white player. I mean, it's like every team know we need a white player now, especially since Mulligan is asking for ridiculous wages. We will try and bring in a white player, but Bokia is not going to be the one. And of course, we know how important Aaron Humphreys is for us in this team. He's one for the present as well as one for the future. He's still only 20 years of age. We will reject our offer. We're now interested in selling. A couple of ideas for the final 10 days of the transfer window, which I'm currently thinking about. The first option is we could recall a player, a white player who is out on loan right now at Hull City, given that we cannot agree a new contract with Mulligan. So Gallimuna would come in the second half of the season and take Mulligan's place, and we can develop him a little bit more until the end of the season. That is the first idea, and if we do that, it means our remaining transfer budget right now, which is about £5 million, I believe, we can use that to bring in a couple of free agent signings. The first one is Gunther, who is from Augsburg here, 25 years of age, is a left back, a position that we desperately need to strengthen. We could sign him on a free to join us next season, but the only thing is the fact that he's 76 rated, we cannot sign a player who is over 75 rated in our first season in the Premier League. We might have to wait to see if we will survive this season and not get relegated. That's one option as a free agent. We've also got the likes of Ranos, who is transfer listed right now, I believe, and he's also going to be a free agent at the end of the season, so we could sign him on a free. That is the first idea, you know, recall Gallimuna and look to bring in 2 free transfers. But the second option is to try and include Mulligan on a swap deal with one of these players, and if that happens, it would mean we will not be able to bring in any of the free agents because we will not have any money to do so, but we could sign them on a free next season if they don't renew their contract. Those are the 2 ideas floating right now, which I'm currently thinking about, but we've got a big game against Manchester City. Let's go into that game. Hopefully, after the City game, we will make a decision on what to do in the final 10 days of the transfer window. But come on, the Rovers. Right, this might sound crazy here, but I actually think Manchester City, in terms of your top six teams on the game, for me anyway, it might be different for a lot of you, but for me, they are the easier teams to play against. They don't tend to press high to suffocate us as some of the other top teams do. Yes, in possession, the likes of Doku, Haaland and Yamal, they can absolutely punish you, but they don't tend to use their wide players a lot, which is a little bit strange. I find it a little bit easy to defend against them. The fact that you can predict what they're going to do. They try to break you down from the centre midfield position. And if you can just stay a little bit tight, a little bit composed, no way. I might have shot myself on the foot there. I mean, just talking about how I find it a little bit easy to play against Manchester City. We've gone ahead to concede a goal in the opening 6 minutes. Oh, come on. I should know by now, right? The curse of the commentator. Don't speak too soon. Just allow yourself to get into the game. Oh, Richard Code almost getting his head to that one. I think that might just have been at least a shot on target if Richard Code had got there first, but defended to do here. Haaland, possession one. Out wide, there is space to Harvey Vale. If he can just make the run, he's made the run now. Just what I wanted. We will try and play in Arthur. Charlie Webster rather. Oh, Richard Code, get in! That is some nice football play there. Both players combining quite well. Harvey Vale and Charlie Webster, and then finding Richard Code, whose finishing is never in doubt. That's his 5th goal of the league, I believe. I know I made a tongue-in-cheek comment saying the fact that he's got a £30 million release clause, that if we should get an offer for him, I would consider the offer, certainly, because £30 million and Erling Haaland is offside. Because £30 million would mean, of course, we would have a little bit more in our budget to not only strengthen the attacking positions, we can also strengthen other positions as well. But I tell you what, if he scores big goals like that for us, there will be no need to cash in on him just yet. And it's the second for Richard Code. It's Harvey Vale with the assist this time, I believe. And just like that, we don't get many of these moments. 2 goals, to score 2 goals against a top 6 opponent. And we barely score against them, but to get 2 against City, and it's those 3 players combining yet again for us. I tell you what, that this left-hand side, the combination of wait a second, can't give, surely can make it 3 there. Oh my goodness, City have been so open in this game, and the combination of Harvey Vale, Charlie Webster, and Richard Code have caused them so many troubles here. We've forced them to go back to the goalkeeper. Merritt, is he going to go long? No. Come on, out wide. Good switcher play there. Maxim Dekar rather couldn't take that one in his stride. Doku plays in. Yamal goes for the cross. Erling Haaland. What a good header. But it's just gone a little bit too early there. Yeah, just offside. We hang on to the 2-1 just for now. Substitutions here. Webster and Harvey Vale replaced by Justin Davini coming on fresh legs in midfield as well to try and hopefully secure all 3 points. It's never easy when you play against Manchester City, but like I said at the start of the game, given our next few games, wait a second, Davini trying to pull one back to Richard Code for the hat-trick, but it's been blocked. I mean, the fact that we've got City, Arsenal, Newcastle as our next 3 Premier League games, in my opinion, City, strange to say, but City was the easier fixture there in those 3 games coming up. And I said we were going to struggle to see where our next points will come from. And we've only gone and done it. 3 points against Manchester City. Incredible. And from one top team to another here, it's Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. This will be a much difficult game for us. And unlike City, who have got fantastic wide player and refuses to use the width, Arsenal are the completely opposite from them. they will go out wide as frequent as they can. I mean, one of the things that helps us these days when we face Arsenal, Saka, Rafael Leao, and they have got Samuel Omorodion up front for them. One of the things that helps these days when we face Arsenal is that we have played them that much in this save. We almost sort of understand their game a lot better now, which helps us in recent games. I mean, if we can just stay in this one, the end of the first half, 60, 70 minutes into the second half, and still in the game, the confidence, it grows as much as you stay, as long as you stay in the game. Cross to the far post there. DeMarco is going to win the header, but not, he hasn't dealt with it quite well. Okay, game. You know what he's trying to do there, of course, when he cuts it to his left foot, but not on that occasion. See what I mean? They want to get the ball out wide and as quick as possible. Arsenal, that's excellent defending, Maxim Dekar, just shoving Saka out of the way there. If you keep Saka quiet, you have got a chance of getting a result against Arsenal. It's difficult to do. It's really difficult to do. But if you keep him quiet, that's an excellent ball. So Richard Kone, he got a brace against Manchester City. And he's opened his goal scoring account here against Arsenal. And we have taken the lead against a seriously good Arsenal side here. Oh my God, what a start to this one. I said if we can stay in this game 60, 70 minutes into the game, the confidence begins to increase and we are 1-0 up. Even though we're 1-0 up, I still fancy their chances to turn this one around. They're one of those teams that you play, even at 2-0 down, you are not completely safe. Samu stretching the pitch here. Kumetio is going to step out now, win possession for us. He's been so good, ever since we put him back into the first team. He's been really, it's one of the reasons why we're picking up these results in the second half of the season. Come on, it's going to go out wide. You just know it all the time to Saka. He's not had much joy in this game, though. Dekar have kept him so quiet, but that's what he can do. The shot's been blocked, he's offside. Even when he's not trying to beat his man, he can just shift the ball out and just whip in excellent crosses like that. It's just got so many tools in his locker. Leao has been more quiet in this game. Arsenal have opted to attack more from their right-hand side. But this time, though, Leao puts in a first-time cross into the box. Gula, the second-half substitute. Pull back to Samu. What a save from Bergstrom. One of the few chances that we haven't defended the cross quite well, and it's resulted in a big opportunity for the home side there. Again, Justin Davini is our go-to second-half substitution here to give us more legs. So far, it's been impressive, Justin Davini. He started the Leicester City game. He won a penalty for us. He came off the bench against Manchester City. He helped us secure all 3 points there. Saka on the far post, attacking that one with so much power, so much venom, but it's off target. And we have hung on to collect all 3 points against the mighty Arsenal, one of the best teams in the world right now. And who would have thought back-to-back victory would come against Manchester City and Arsenal? Football, sometimes it's just unpredictable, man. But this is one of our best performances of the season, especially defensively. We were so good. It's going to go all the way to the very final day of the season, isn't it? We've won 3 games in a row and we're still not completely out of those relegation places right now. We're 4 points clear of Wolverhampton Wanderers, though, which is a decent amount of points at this stage of the season. I think 40 points would be enough to stay up this season, maybe a little bit less than that, but at this moment in time, we are in a positive position. Who would have thought our last 2 victories have come against City and Arsenal? These are teams 2nd and 3rd in the Premier League, respectively. And Spurs leads the way. Our next game, though, is the 2nd leg of the Carabao Cup semi-finals. It is Arsenal again, and Spurs are pretty much through to the finals there, it looks like. I don't see Crystal Palace turning that one around. But the first leg against Arsenal ended up 0-0 We've got to win this one to go to the finals, haven't we? Couple of changes we have made to the starting 11. Justin Davini starts. Arthur Stewart returns to the team as well. I think Joseph Goodwin is back to first team training. Not quite match fit yet. It will take a few more weeks, but positive news. He's back to first team training at least. The forward three remains exactly the same. It's Vale, Harvey Vale, Richard Kone, and Kerr Gibb up front for us. Come on, the Rovers. You know, one thing that gives me a little bit of confidence going into this game here in the semi-final, second leg of the Carabao Cup, of course, is the fact that our last two sort of meetings against Arsenal, we've kept clean sheets in both games. Of course, the last one coming in our previous game in the league, they've got Saka, this time Trossard and Mkhitaryan as their attacking trio. I mean, they have made a few changes in this game. This is the sort of level that we aspire to become in the next sort of 4 or 5 seasons here at Tranmere Rovers. The fact that Arsenal have made 5-6 changes to the team from the Premier League game to the Cup game, and they still look so much better than us. And Charlie Savage, I believe, trying to whip that cross again for the second time, but it was dealt with. Arsenal on the break here, though. Saka out wide. Whenever we face this team, there are different challenges that we have to come up against. Samuel Lokonga going forward, but Charlie Savage won the ball back for us there, and then for some reason I just completely lost track of what I was going to say. But once again, defensively, what a touch from Ederson. Once again, we've looked defensively solid in this game, not created anything moving forward. Buckley comes out. Come on. Big tackle there. He's been really, really good in this game. It's Rhys Williams. Don't get me wrong, the back four have been fantastic, but Rhys Williams have been the standout player. The reason why 58 minutes into the game we're still holding Arsenal to not scoring a goal here. It's a good ball to Mkhitaryan. There's space up front, runners left, right, and centre from Arsenal here. Mkhitaryan's the one dropping deep. He's opted to go back though, and Arsenal will try and build possession from there. Lokonga out wide to Bellanova. He's got the pace and the power to get away from his man, trying to play in Saka, but again, Dekar steps up. I mean, when you keep Saka quiet, you pretty much are guaranteed to get a result against this Arsenal team. I don't want to call them a one-man team. Honestly, don't want to call them a one-man team, but it's looking like that could just be the best description of this Arsenal side. When Rhys Williams gets home today, in his back pocket, it's going to be his keys, his wallet, and Bukayo Saka, because he's been absolutely brilliant. But it's going to penalties, 0-0 on both legs, and it sets off a penalty shootout here in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup, and the winner of this game is pretty much guaranteed to face Tottenham Hotspur, who I believe are 3-1 up in the first leg from their game against Crystal Palace. But Harvey Vale, the goal scorer on the penalty against Leicester, steps up, top left-hand corner, or top right-hand corner, I should say. In you go, bottom left, good save, Buckley. Predicted it quite early. I moved the goalkeeper slowly in that direction before Saka could take the penalty. And guess who that is? That's Justin Davini, isn't he? Who steps up to convert the second. And it's back-to-back save from Buckley. And it's looking like we could well be going through to the finals. All we need to do is score our next penalty, and we will put ourselves in the finals of the Carabao Cup for the first time in the save. It's a goal that time. For the first time in the save, we could be going into our first major finals if we can just convert this one. Maxim Dekar steps up. Is he going to find the top left-hand corner? Oh my goodness. He's hit the post. Take a deep breath. We've still got to score our next penalty and we win the game. He sent Buckley the wrong way there. If we score this one, we win the game. And he's one of our most informed player of the season, Charlie Webster. Top right-hand corner. He finds it as well. We are going to the finals of the Carabao Cup. Who would have believed it? Held Arsenal to a goalless draw after 180 minutes of football. And on penalties, the big man Buckley steps up, makes a couple of good saves in the first two penalty takers from Arsenal. And of course, that gives us all the opportunity in the world to go on and win this game. Come on! I think that will do for today's episode then. We will continue in the final 10 hours of the transfer deadline day in the next episode. It would allow us a little bit of time to think as well whether we want to bring in one more signing or whether we want to wait and get one of those players that we talked about as a free agent, either at the end of this season or at the start of this next season. We've still got £6 million in the transfer budget. I think we might need to bring in one more player because although we're a few points above the relegation places now, it's still really close. You know, if we go on to lose our next few games, we will go straight back into those relegation places. FA Cup, our next round is against Chelsea, which will be I believe one of the games we play in the next episode. But in the league, of course, we know we are a few points. It's only a couple of points. I thought it was a few points, like 3 or more points, but it's only a couple of points. No, it's 4 points. What am I talking about? It's 4 points clear of the relegation places there, which it's a good position to be in, isn't it? For the Carabao Cup finals, it's gonna be ourselves against Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, it looks like it will be, isn't it? Spurs are 3-1 up on aggregate from the first leg. I don't see Crystal Palace turning that one around. But smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed this one. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new to it. And I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.